Okay, Game Boy, welcome to my new base. This is it. What do you think? Pretty swish, huh? Yeah, just let yourself in. No, don't hit it with a hammer, mate. There's a switch over there, look. Just press that, mate. You'll be fine. Trust me. Yeah. Fantastic. How'd you like that, mate?
You do not know the way.
Greetings, Specs Invaders, and welcome to my mountain base, or the bane of my life, as I like to call it, because this has taken an age to build so far. I bit off more than I could chew. This is a lot bigger than I thought it was. When I started, I thought, yeah, that's alright, that's doable. But yeah, this is huge. Now, I first got the idea of doing this by looking at the World Terrain Editor when it first came out, and realised that you could delete sections of the map. And when I deleted the end one on this mountain, I noticed that it left this rock formation across the top. And I thought, you know what? We could build a door in there and build a base inside. And it all sounded pretty nice and easy at the time until I actually started doing it and realised that it's absolutely huge. But yeah, this has taken me an age, and that's why you haven't seen anything of me for a while. Now, I've had a little help with some of this. Gamebite has given me a little bit of help, and I'll show you some of the things he's helped me with along the way as we go through it. We first of all have this fence here. You didn't see this in the intro because it wasn't there when Gamebite did the intro with me, but he did help me with building this. So it has its own security here. Just open this, and on wheels the gate will open there. It's got pistons which pull it along here, and yeah, all works pretty well. And the gate comes back so I can drive my vehicles in. Now they can then go towards this hangar here, which is where I can park them up inside. So as you saw then, this has not only that security measure, the gate there, but it also had this one which booted you if you tried to get in the door using the switch that you would have thought was the correct way in. Now Gamebite demonstrated how that worked when he got so effortlessly flung by by Ugandan Knuckles up there, who showed him the way out of the base and threw him over the fence, if there was a fence there, which there wasn't at the time, but that's the idea. I think you get the idea. So then over here we have a little fenced off area, and then again over this side there is a little secret over here which I'll show you a little later on. But looking then at the front of my base, I have this impressively huge metal door, and it's built in sections like panels, and each of these has its own set of pistons which pull this open. So I had to build this kind of almost concertinaed, but it kind of has to go in 6 blocks at a time to match the diagonal sort of setting of that rock formation up there. If it didn't go 6 in at a time, it would have gone and missed the rocks. I had to kind of align it with that, and that's what made me have this kind of effect on the front here. But as I did that, I thought, well, I can use that and actually make that work by having the doors do the same. So each of them kind of works by folding behind itself, and that concertina sort of effect opens up a doorway to let you into the hangar. So the booting device then, there, Mr. Knuckles, who kicks you out when you try to get in. We can demonstrate that again for you now and see if the whole thing works. If I step off the platform for a moment and you see if I press this button here, that will fling up on pistons. Up there, he will kick out. Now that's all timed on logic and timers, and basically Gamebite gave me a little bit of a hand with that to get that right. So it goes up, flings you out, and over here the wheel comes out of that little house over there and it throws you over the fence, or that's what it's supposed to do. So let's have a look again. That opens, out it comes, and there you go, over the fence. So we're going to give that a whirl. Let's just have a shot right now. Okay then, so as I said, just come up here, press the button, you'll get flung into the air, you're timed, and then get kicked over here where you'll not land on the wheel. That doesn't normally happen. Usually this works without a flaw, but yeah, I guess for the video it didn't want to do that. Let's try again. So here we go, press the button, up into the air, boot me over, onto the wheel, and over the fence we go. Yeah, so that's kind of how it works. It's probably the furthest that's ever flown me. Well done, Knuckles, well done you. Yeah, you threw me quite a long way there. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. On the inside of this little house here, again, Gamebite helped with it. This is where the wheel comes out. There's some logic in here and an engine there to spin it. And on the outsides of this, I have a little Manic Miner there, for those of you who know your retro. And on the back side of here, we have a Pac-Man cherry, just to decorate it a little bit. Yeah, so there's not a lot of decoration so far on this, and you'll see on the inside, it's pretty much the same. So I have a little area here which is fenced off. It's got a doorway, but there's no way in from the outside. There is a way out from the inside though. And over the other side, there's no door over that way, just the air conditioning and some electrics. And then there is a little secret over here, which I will show you later on. So the correct way of getting in this, or the way of getting in the base here, is actually not the way you think, as we found out. But it actually is a little lever here, or a little switch, a kind of a tap. And if you turn this, it will then lift this up over here, and you will be able to open the latch here, which will open the doors. The lights will go, and the alarms will alarm, if that's the word, I guess it is, and the doors will just come open as such. Like I say, they fold into each other nice and neatly. So, aside from the flashing lights and the loud alarm, what else do we have going on? Well, as I said, it's all works on pistons, and all of these are done on timers. So if I do that again, you'll see what I mean. As the door shuts, each one of these has its own set of pistons, their own timers, and their own controllers. And the reason for controllers is that if I connected switches directly up to the pistons, even on the slowest setting, they would be too fast. But on controllers, I could keep it nice, slow, and smooth, and that's the idea. Now over here we have a little area that says do not enter, and that's because you don't want to get crushed by the door mechanism when the door shuts there. And we have little locks here which go red when the door is shut, and as you can see, the lights have stopped flashing, the alarm has stopped actually going off because the door is now closed. When we open it, it will all start again, the lights will flash, and it will turn green because the sensor in here is now not active, so therefore that goes green. And this will all open nice and smoothly again, as I said, and when it gets open, because of a sensor here and a little bit of logic, it turns the alarm off again. Now, I was told by GameBot I could have made this a little bit smaller, but this is a device which sets off the alarm. So when we open the door, I'll show you just quickly. Let's just press this and run in here. You will see that that just spins round, sets this off, and that's what makes the sound on these speakers here, and basically makes the lights flash as well and spin around. So that's how it works. And when it shuts, the logic turns it off, and yeah, there you go, the door is closed. Now what else do we have in here? Well, we have this, which you haven't seen yet, and that will be in another video. We'll have a little bit of a spin around it. It is a Doctor Who build, for those who know it, it's Bessie, but I'm going to put that in a video so you'll actually see that running a little bit later on in another episode. We have a little arcade machine over here with a modded part for the screen. Now, I can't remember who made that mod. I'll list it on the screen here so you get an idea of who it was. But yeah, I can't remember. Sorry about that, but I will put your name on screen. Yeah, so pretty awesome little arcade machine, a little bit of decor on the side there, but not a lot else. And over here we have a lift, a little vehicle lift. Now, as you can see, it's got Conrad Nova's little Jeep on here, which I showcased in my top 10 builds of the year video. Now, if you put this on, or any vehicle onto this lift here, you will see at the front there is a sensor. Now, to demonstrate this properly, let's go off this. If I try to activate this lift with no vehicle on, it will not operate. But if I drive the vehicle on there, let's just see if we can do this nice and neatly. There we go, that's pretty good. Pretty good. The lights at the front come on. We can jump off, and then the lift will go up. The tail at the back there, the little ramp will lift up, and we'll be able to get under this to do our work on our vehicle. So pretty cool. That all works pretty well. But that is roughly what I have so far. We've got some little catwalk sort of gangways up here, which are held by wires, which are Lord Payne's thin pipe parts. Yeah, it all looks pretty cool, but needs a bit of a paint job and needs a lot more building, and that's where you guys come in. Because for instance, I've got a room like this with nothing in it, and a room like this with not a lot in it either, and I need things to fill this space. I have such an area to fill. I need ideas, I need builds, and I need to get working. I need to paint as well. So yeah, anything you guys can build for me, any ideas you have, I will try to incorporate what I can into the base. As you see, there is a ton of room here. At the back here, I want to build something for the flying vehicles with hopefully a doorway to come out the top there. And at the top here, I want to build the living quarters of the actual base up there. So it's all coming on pretty well. But like I say, I need your help. So that's where you guys come in. Now I know I'm not ScrapMan or Khan or Moonbo or Komodo. I don't command those sort of audiences. But hopefully I will get some interest in you guys helping me out and trying to build something for me. So here, as I say, is that little area that you can just walk out. I don't know why. It's just a little balcony area that you can go out and look who's trying to get in your base. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have so far, and I appreciate it doesn't look like a lot, but trust me, it took a long time to build just for the sheer amount of bricks needed to actually do this. The amount of pasting in and welding and everything else that's gone on to making this has been huge so far, but I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy this video, as always, why not spank the hell out of that thumbs up button? And don't forget to subscribe for more great content. A big shout out to Gamebite for the help that he's done on this with me. I think I'll be working with Gamebite again because we make a fantastic team. And until the next video, see you soon. And bye for now.